NXT, NXT, NXT. This Sunday, live from Lowell, Massachusetts, we will be having NXT Heatwave, 3 championship matches, a #1 contender match, and so much more. All that up next. Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2025 NXT Heatwave Prediction Show. What's your predictions for NXT Heatwave? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of all my future videos. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to our first match that we have for the 2025 NXT Heatwave show. We've got the juggernaut Jordynne Grace going one-on-one with Blake Monroe, and this rivalry started at Evolution, where Blake Monroe ended up turning heel and costing Jordynne Grace the NXT Women's Championship against Jacy Jayne. On the following NXT, Blake Monroe had a vignette where she mocked Jordynne Grace for not being worthy for another women's championship opportunity, and even invited Jordynne Grace to witness the singles debut of Blake Monroe. Following week, Blake Monroe would debut and be successful with a win. After the match, Jordynne Grace attacked Blake Monroe and lived to regret it, as Blake Monroe got the upper hand and injured the neck of Jordynne Grace. Then on the July 29th edition of NXT, Blake Monroe just stated flat out Jordynne Grace is not good enough. And 1 week later, during Blake Monroe's match, Jordynne Grace appeared wearing a neck brace and chased Monroe out of the arena, costing her to lose the match via countout. Later that night, Ava would make it official that Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe will be going one-on-one at Heatwave, and honestly, I can't wait to see this. I can understand where Blake Monroe is coming from when she says Jordynne Grace is not worthy of an NXT Women's Championship match. Like Triple H said to Batista, I could give you a match, but you're probably gonna blow it. Let's take a look at the record. Jordynne Grace has been, 0-4, 0-5 now in NXT Women's Championship matches. She lost to Roxanne Perez last year. She's lost in championship matches 2 years in a row at the Great American Bash. She lost to Jacy Jayne at Evolution. Maybe Blake Monroe's got a point here. But I can't wait to see these two go one-on-one. I do think that if Jordynne Grace is not 100% going into this match, then she's not going to win this match. Blake Monroe has turned heel. We've seen in AEW just how great Blake Monroe can be as a heel. Jordynne Grace has a target on her body, her neck, and I expect Blake Monroe to go to that spot time and time again during this match. match. Every time Jordynne Grace starts to get the upper hand, I expect Blake Monroe to target the neck and get back in control of this matchup. And honestly, I think that's going to hinder Jordynne Grace in this match. Do I think Jordynne Grace can beat Blake Monroe if Jordynne Grace was 100%? Yes. Yes, I do. But due to the neck injury, I don't think Jordynne Grace is 100%, and I think she's going to be biting off a little bit more than she can chew in this match. And plus, Blake Monroe is the new scent of the month, if you will, and I really don't see her losing this match. And at the end of the day, Nikki D's pick Blake Monroe. Our second match that we have for the 2025 NXT Heatwave Predictions show, we've got the NXT Tag Team Championships as the champions Hank and Tank will be defending against two members of Dark State. And I kind of feel like that's going to be a factor in this match. Maybe not the X factor, but definitely a factor of its own. Hank and Tank could be going up against any two of the following guys: Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Shaquan Sugars, Cutler James. Any one of those guys could step into the ring, and Hank and Tank not knowing and not being able to prepare for their opponents, I think will definitely be a factor that'll give Dark State the advantage early on in this match. And I feel like Dark State could have control for a lot of this match. But how did this match come to be? Well, for months, Dark State has been attacking several superstars, including the NXT Tag Team Champions, Hank and Tank. On the June 24th episode of NXT, the champions were attacked backstage by an unknown assailant. A month later, Hank and Tank successfully defended the tag team titles and were immediately attacked by Dark State. Later that night, Dark State revealed they were the ones that attacked Hank and Tank backstage on the June 24th edition. So Hank and Tank went to the NXT general manager and demanded a match against any members of Dark State. That's when Ava made it official that Hank and Tank would be defending their titles at Heatwave against Dark State. And honestly, I think that this match is going to be very back and forth. Yes, I do think Dark State is going to be in control of this match in the early goings while Hank and Tank finds their footing. But I feel like once Hank and Tank finds their footing, they're going to be bouncing all around the ring. They're going to be picking up the tempo of this matchup, and honestly, I think that's going to work in Hank and Tank's favor. I do expect Hank and Tank to be the aggressors in this matchup, considering they're the ones that wanted the fight with Dark State. And I do think that's going to come back to haunt them. I think just a couple of ducks and dodges by Dark State, and they immediately will have Hank and Tank on their heels. So I do think that this is going to be a great matchup. Do I think Dark State deserves to be NXT Tag Team Champions? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. They are one of the most dominant factions that are on NXT right now, with all the destruction and chaos that they've been causing over the last few months. Do I think this is the right time to put the belts on Dark State? Probably not. I could see other bigger events down the road that you could do this at deadline, and if you honestly want to wait long enough, you could do it at the 2026 Stand and Deliver show as well. I really feel like that'll help Dark State continue to grow and become more and more of a dominant faction. And I think Hank and Tank is too over like Rover right now to lose the belts. So at the end of the day, Nikki D's pick, Hank and Tank retain. Our third match that we have for the 2025 NXT Heatwave Predictions show, we have a triple threat match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, as JC Jane will be defending against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance. And honestly, these three women have been down each other's throats for the better half of 5 or 6 weeks. On the June 26th episode of TNA Impact, Ash by Elegance won a battle royal to become the number one contender to Masha's TNA Knockout title at the time. Then a month later at Slammiversary, NXT Women's Champion JC Jane showed up and took the title up of Masha Slamovich in a winner-takes-all match. Ended up leaving with both titles and as a double champion. Then on the following episode of TNA, Slamovich was granted by the Director of Operations, Santino Marella, a rematch for the Knockouts World Championship the following week. While later that night, Fatal Influence's celebration, JC Jane mocking the entire TNA women's division, including the Elegance brand. The following week, during Slamovich's rematch, Ash by Elegance attacked, costing Slamovich the match. Then on the August 7th episode, Ash would have her championship match, where Fatal Influence and the Elegance brand was banned from ringside. However, Masha ended up coming down and returning the favor, attacking Ash, costing her the match. Then on the August 12th episode of NXT, both Ash and Slamovich were in the crowd during Henley and Nix's tag team match, and later that night, after Ava sat down with Santino Marella, it was announced that JC Jane will be defending the TNA Knockouts World Championship in a triple threat match against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance at Heatwave. And honestly, I'm expecting a lot of triple threat spots in this match. I think all three of these women have been building up animosity for the last 5 or 6 weeks now. This time it's going to be a triple threat match. Nobody's going to be able to cost anybody the match because it's going to be under no disqualification rules, triple threat match. Honestly, I do like this matchup. I feel like Masha Slamovich is going to have control of this matchup early, as I see her as the powerhouse of this matchup. I think Ash by Elegance is going to have her moments as well, but I think JC Jane is the double champ for a reason. Every time you sit there and doubt JC Jane, she makes you regret it. She ends up coming out victorious, and honestly, a triple threat match is right in the wheelhouse of somebody like JC Jane, an ultimate opportunist, if you will, being able to capitalize on the situation at hand. I think that Masha Slamovich is going to hit her finisher on Ash by Elegance. JC Jane's going to come in, throw Masha out of the ring, and take the pinfall. And just like that, still the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, JC Jane. Our fourth match for the 2025 NXT Heatwave Prediction show, we've got a number one contenders triple threat match with the winner facing JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship, as we have Miss Jada Parker going against the former Women's North American Champion Kalani Jordan, who will also be facing Lola Vice in a triple threat match. And this matchup started with Jada Parker and Lash Legend making it clear that they would want the winner from Slammiversary. Then we ended up having JC Jane come out on top at Slammiversary. 3 days later on NXT, Fatal Influence was doing their celebration in the ring before they were interrupted by Lash Legend and Jada Parker. After some exchange of words, a brawl ensued, and Lash Legends and Jada Parker got the better of Fatal Influence. Then after that, Lash Legend and Jada Parker confronted each other on the subject matter. Then on the following episode, Jada Parker was able to defeat Jasmine Nix, whereas Fallon Henley was able to defeat Lash Legend. While this was going on, Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice also stated their intentions, wanting a shot at the women's title as well. Jordan and Vice would go on to defeat JC Jane and Fallon Henley in a tag team match. Then we saw on the August 12th episode, these three women, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, and Lola Vice, arguing backstage about who is going to be the number one contender. NXT General Manager Ava stepped in and announced that the triple threat match to determine that between these three women will be happening at Heatwave. So here we are, and after watching NXT for the last few weeks, my initial reaction is, why isn't this a fatal four-way match? Why isn't Lash Legend included in this match as well? Lash Legend has also made it clear that she wants a shot at the title. But still, I think these three women are going to put on a clinic. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Lash Legend got involved and obliterated the entire field just because she is that pissed off about not being in this match. But I think that Jada Parker is definitely going to have the stars aligned for her on this particular night. I do think Kalani Jordan is going to be the high flyer of this match. I wouldn't be surprised if Kalani Jordan pulls out a move or two that we've never seen before. And you gotta watch out for those strikes from Lola Vice, because they're gonna be all over this match as well. Whether it's a backhand or a solid kick to the face, Lola Vice has strikes in bunches, and I think she's gonna be firing on all cylinders as well. I do think Lola Vice is gonna be the one to hit her finisher on Kalani Jordan, but once again, triple threat rules. I think Jada Parker is going to be the ultimate opportunist in this situation here. I think she's going to throw Lola Vice out of the ring, pick the bones, 1, 2, 3, and the new number one contender, Miss Jada Parker. Our fifth match that we have for the 2025 NXT Heatwave Prediction Show, we've got a mixed tag team match, as we've got Team USA taking on Team Canada. Representing Team USA, we have Travion Heights and Tyra May Steele. Representing Team Canada, we have Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. And this rivalry started on the July 22nd edition of NXT, where Ethan Page came out and he debuted a brand new North American Championship, which showed the Canadian flag on the title. Then 2 weeks later, Ethan Page came out to cut a promo talking about how Canada was superior to the United States, before being interrupted by Travion Heights. They started to jibber jabber for a moment before they were interrupted by the Secret Harvest and Chelsea Green siding with Ethan Page, forming an alliance. Then on the next episode, Travion Heights introduced Tyra May Steele as his tag team partner, and they attacked Ethan Page and the Secret Harvest. Then this past Tuesday, Tuesday on NXT, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green attempted to form a peace treaty with America, only to argue with Travion Heights and Tyra May Steele over the two countries. After that, NXT GM Ava announced that Ethan Page and Chelsea Green will be taking on Travion Heights and Tyra May Steele at NXT Heatwave. And honestly, I think that Ethan Page is going to be in control of this matchup early. I think that Travion Heights is going to have to weather the storm. I think that Ethan Page is going to come out and be very calculated and try to create a target. But I think that Travion Heights is going to get a tag to Tyra May, which is going to force Ethan Page to tag in Chelsea Green, which is where I see Tyra May really taking control of this match for the American team. And I see Chelsea Green being able to sell very well in this situation. I do think it's eventually going to break down, and I don't think that bode well for Team Canada. I do like Ethan Page. I do like Chelsea Green. I think they're very talented. I also think they're very talented at being able to sell as well. I think they're very talented at being able to look entertaining in a loss. Chelsea Green has been the blueprint of that exact character and persona for the last 18 to 24 months. I don't think much changes when it comes to that. I do think it's going to be a very back and forth match due to the dirty tactics of Ethan Page. But at the end of the day, Travion Heights and Tyra May Steele is representing the United States of America. And as somebody who is from the United States of America, I'm probably going to back them. I do think Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are phenomenal in this match, but at the end of the day, Nikki D's pick, Travion Heights and Tyra May Steele. Now, for the main event of the evening, for the NXT Championship, the champion, Uba Femi, will be defending against the bouncy Javon Evans. And this matchup started on the July 22nd edition of NXT. Javon Evans was thinking about what he should do next when he was approached by The Undertaker. And The Undertaker said that Javon Evans needs to go after the biggest dog in the yard. Then on the next week, Evans was talking about the advice The Undertaker gave him when he was interrupted by Trick Williams, who thought Evans was there to challenge him. Evans revealed that he wanted to challenge Uba Femi. Instead, Williams felt very disrespected that he wasn't the one that would be challenged, and stated it'd be just a matter of time until we're calling Trick Williams Trick 2 belts. And after that, the high-rise Trick Williams allies came down to the ring. Javon Evans attacked Wesley, but was then outnumbered by Trick Williams and the High Rise. And then Javon Evans defeated Lee later that night. Williams, Evans, and Uba Femi all confronted each other about it. The following week, Uba Femi stated that nobody is worthy to face him for the NXT Championship, before he was interrupted by Trick Williams and Javon Evans, with Javon Evans proposing that he faces Trick Williams to determine who will face Uba Femi for the NXT Championship next. Emmy said that this match should happen tonight. Trick Williams declined preferring it to take place on the August 19th edition of NXT. It was later confirmed by NXT GM Ava, who announced that the winner of Trick Williams and Javon Evans would face Emmy at Heatwave. We had the match, and Javon Evans was able to defeat Trick Williams to become the #1 contender, and honestly, I think this is going to be a very good match. I think that we could be seeing one of the best performances from Javon Evans that we have seen thus far in his short time in NXT. I do think that Emmy is going to be in control of most of this match. But early on, I expect Javon Evans to be trying to bounce all over the place and try to out-quick Emmy. I think that's Javon Evans' best chance because this is like David versus Goliath. If Javon Evans thinks that he can outpower Emmy, he's going to get crushed. He's going to get annihilated. He's going to get eviscerated. So Javon Evans needs to hit and run tactic. He needs to fly all over the ring. He needs to daze Emmy and really keep up that kind of pace. But I do expect Emmy to just swat Javon Evans out of the air like a fly. We saw just how well Javon Evans can sell ever since he got RKO'd by Randy Orton on NXT. He has been phenomenal, almost like an NXT's version of Ricochet when it comes to selling. I do think that Emmy, though, is just been too dominant in NXT in 2025, and I think Javon Evans is going to give it everything he has. But at the end of the day, I think Javon Evans is walking right into a power slam. 1, 2, 3, and still your NXT champion, the ruler, Oba Femi. And that was the 2025 NXT Heatwave Predictions show, which will be taking place Sunday, August 24th, live from Lowell, Massachusetts. Who do you got for NXT Heatwave Predictions? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of all my future videos. And if you want to see some more of me, Nikki D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nikki D. This is the Nikki D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.